What is going on, people of YouTube land? YouTube nation? I don't know. People of YouTube. Let's just go with that. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day today. It's your boy Tuglo, and today I wanted to talk to y'all about something that I've been wanting to get into lately. It's sort of like a beginner's guide, but broken down into very, very specific things that I've gathered information from people of Reddit, Facebook groups, people on my stream, and just some of my friends in general. And also some of the things that I wish I knew when I first started playing the game. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I wish I knew about the game, or something that I hope new players will be able to understand first off, is the difference between crystals and hacking crystals. In my experience, when people talked about crystals, we were talking about these little guys right here. They basically help you upgrade your armor, upgrade your weapons, so that they can become from 2-star to 3-star to 4-star, and depending on what gear or equipment you're working with, they'll become a 5-star. So as far as crystals go, we have HP crystals, MP crystals, attack crystals, defense, critical, and skill crystals. These are also used to help level up your character's attributes so that they can go from being weak and squishy and noob to very strong, OP, and broken characters that we all love and enjoy. The next type of crystal that I want to talk about is called the hacking crystal. Basically, what the hacking crystal does is it allows you to limit break your characters. When I say limit break, I mean this. The max level a 4-star character can achieve is level 80. However, with these hacking crystals, they are able to limit break, meaning break through level 80, up to a max of 100. At level 100, they are as strong and as powerful as they can be, depending on how you spec them. You can spec them into attack, defense, or mana. We'll go over that a little bit later. However, these hacking crystals right here are very, very different. You can farm to get these normal crystals. However, the only way to get these hacking crystals are by rolling on the banners. Next, before we go to the banners, I wanted to say very quickly, this thing in the top right hand corner is what we call diamonds. They basically are a different type of currency that allow you to pull on the banners. So let's go ahead and head to that. These are what we call banners. They give you the opportunity to pull on different kinds of characters depending on what banner you choose. When I say pull or scout, it basically means that I'm going to be doing these little purchases with those diamonds down here. I can either buy one weapon purchase with 15 diamonds, or I can buy 11 weapons for 150 diamonds. There's a huge debate about whether or not the multi-pull or the single pull is better. I'll have a link somewhere up over yonder about which one is better, or just kind of showing off the luck that I was able to receive in one of my previous videos. Next, if you're new to Sword Art Online or new to Sword Art Online Memory Defrag and you haven't heard, there is a movie out called Ordinal Scale. Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale. If you ever hear anybody say OS, Kirito, Asuna, Silica, Sinon, or Lizbeth, they're typically going to be referring to these characters right here, in this banner right here. They are probably the best foundational characters that anybody can have if you are just starting off in this game. Quick little disclaimer, depending on when you start this game, this banner may or may not still be around. After you go through here and you kind of figure out what you want to scout or pull on, then you can go further into details and say, oh hey, you know, I want to try out this character's abilities. Well, you just click details and then you click skill trial. Once in there, you can, you know, test around on a little dummy and use your abilities just to see if you like that character or if it's your play style of how you want to play the game. Next, we'll be talking about the Lizbeth Shop. In this shop, there are many different things that you can do. The first thing you can do is upgrade your gear. When I say upgrade your gear, that means you can take a level 1 piece of gear, and depending if you have the crystals and the coal, you can upgrade it to level 40 if it's a 4-star piece of gear. If it's a 2-star, you can level it up to level 20, 3-star to 30, 4-star to 40, and 5-star to 50. Now, each piece of gear or weapon or whatever that you want to call it requires different things. This piece of gear, for instance, requires purple crystals and a certain amount of coal. The next tab I want to talk about is the evolution tab. And basically, that is telling you you have the ability to make your 2-star weapon a 3-star weapon, 3-star a 4-star, and depending on the gear, a 4-star into a 5-star. You can make any banner weapon into a 5-star weapon. So for instance, this weapon is only available through the weapon banners, and it only starts out at rank 4 and then it can go to rank 5. In order to upgrade your gear, you have to have X amount of the same gear. So for instance, if I wanted to upgrade this Brave Rapier to rank 4, I would need this rapier plus 3 more. If I was trying to take a 2-star piece of gear and make it 3-star, I would need 3 2-star pieces of gear. The same goes for 3-star going into 4-star. If I wanted to make that happen, I would need 4 3-star pieces of gear. And if I wanted to make a 4-star go into 5 stars, I would need 5 4-star pieces of gear. Just depending on what it is. This is how you can make your weapons OP and badass. The next tab that I want to talk about is the sell tab. Just like it sounds like, you can sell any of your gear, no matter what it may be. And this is very handy if you need coal. Coal is this game's currency of what you might be more familiar with as gold, silver, platinum, copper, bronze, whatever your currency may be. This is generally going to be your gold, but since it's Sword Art Online, they call it coal. The more coal you have, the better, just like in real life, just like in any other game. The richer you are, the better. You definitely can't go wrong having a lot of coal. Something else that's great about this tab is that before you try to sell something, it gives you a little warning screen. It says, this item you selected is currently equipped. Unequip the item and sell it. If you click yes, it unequips it, and then in order to sell, you would hit the sell button down here. However, I don't want to sell that gear. Now, let's say for instance you have a 4-star or 5-star piece of gear that you are just, oh man, I love this item so much, but I know I personally have, in the past, I have accidentally sold something that I didn't mean to sell, or, oh man, if I didn't catch that in time, I would have sold it and I would have lost something very rare and very valuable. Well, you can do this thing called locking your items. All you have to do is click this list button down here, and any item that you see has a star means it's locked. That means this game will not let you sell any locked items. They won't let you trade them either. And see, you can turn the lock button off and it can be sold, or you can turn it back on. And just to give you an example of what it would look like this. I tried to click it, and it says the selected item has been favorited. Do you still want to sell it? And of course, there is no option to hit yes, so it makes you exit out of it, just so you can be like, okay, I almost clicked the wrong thing. Whew, thank you, game. The next thing I want to talk about is trading, what I just mentioned previously during the list tab. Depending on what banners are out, you can take any 4-star weapons that you got from the banners. It is very specific in that they have to be from the banners. 4-star weapons from the banners. So you can take any 4 items. They can be the exact same item, or they can all be different items. It just depends on what you have. And you can pick any weapon. The key is you can only do this one time. So let's say I wanted to get the sweet shooter, and I wanted to exchange some weapons. So let's say, for instance, you have 4-star maces from the OS banner that you're never going to use because you don't have OS Lizbeth or any mace characters in general that are 4-star. You would take those 4 maces, bring them over to this shop, the weapon exchange shop, and let's say you had OS Kirito. You would click this button, and then exchange your 4 maces, click exchange, and voila! You would instantly have the OS Kirito's weapon called Heroic Promise. This is something that is very helpful to all players, because what good is a 4-star weapon if I don't have the character to use it? Next, I want to talk about some different aspects with characters that took me a little while to figure out on my own. The first thing being sword skills. So I'm going to click on my character list, go to 7, and she's going to be the one that I use just because the maid banner is out at this current point in time. So down here on the bottom left hand corner we have the sword skill. Sword skills are basically any 3 abilities that your characters have. If you hear somebody say SS1, SS2, or SS3, they're basically talking about your character's clickable abilities. So in this case, Swift Trick would be my SS1, Fading Edge SS2, and Curious Tea Party my SS3. I always got confused, like when they talked about SS3, I was like, oh man, is that like something new? Like, is that a new ability coming out? Is that a new piece of gear? I never really got the hang of it until I started watching different streamers, different YouTubers, and even then they only went over it very briefly. But that's what your SS1, 2, and 3 are for, or what they stand for. The next thing I want to talk about are battle skills. So depending on what kind of characters you have, you can have a lot. I'm talking about a lot of battle skills. So for instance, 7, she has crit damage plus 10 versus Earth, combo window, up during enhancement effects, MP and attack percentage. The list goes on. Well, the list goes on for 3 more that I just didn't want to read. Either which way, your battle skills are basically passive abilities that increases your character's stats. With those increases in stats, they can be obtained by different means. So the first one can be equipment. Depending on what kind of equipment you are using, they can increase or give your character different kinds of battle skills. So for instance, I'm using this white hat. Wow, that is so generic sounding. That's not cool. On these, actually we can just look at all these items. So for instance, on this white hat we see attack and critical plus 3% to wind element, and we see that right here. So just depending on what kind of equipment or gear you're using, they can increase your battle skills. Another way to increase your battle skills is by unlocking attributes. When you first see this, it'll be like, oh man, what are these? So these are basically where your crystals will come in handy so that you can make your character very strong and OP. Your battle skills, right here it says unlock battle skill, and unlock battle skill. So this character has 3 battle skills that you can unlock if you pay certain amounts of crystals. Once you max out all of your characters' slots that you see here, you can get to that thing that I was talking about earlier called limit breaking. If I were to click this, it says limit break. A limit break is available. Choose a stat to upgrade. The stat can be changed using hacking crystals. So this is where those hacking crystals come in very, very handy. So if I were to click this attack, it would give me more little stems of the tree with attack and critical hit rates. And the same goes for HP and defense and MP. Basically, they make your character stronger depending on which way you want to make and build them. So typically what you want to do is you want to make everybody go into attack. If you're using a mace user, you might want to go HP defense. And if you're going for a rod user or mage user who has the heal ability, you might want to go one time into MP just to kind of give them a little bit of boost in the tanking department or in the MP mana department, just so they can throw out more heals or be tankier. But for almost every other character, you always want to go attack. I cannot stress that enough. I've seen people limit break characters that were like pure damage characters and they would go into mana, and I'm like, no, that's a waste. So like I said, you want to just make sure you go attack for your damage characters, HP defense 1, maybe 2 times for your mace users, and MP 1, maybe 2 times for your mages or healers. I think that is going to wrap it up for this first video. I kind of just wanted to get a little hang of the lingo that's used in this game on different, streams, different YouTube channels, so that if you're a new player and you're just going in or you're just starting this game and then you start hearing people spout out all these different random terms and you're like, whoa, 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 I don't know what they're talking about. This is hopefully here to help you understand and maybe help you learn a little bit quicker. You don't have to waste your time learning things, and you can just go in and play the game, enjoy the game, have a lot of fun. If there's anything that you wanted to know that I didn't cover, please let me know down in the comment section below. Until the next video, have an awesome day. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate all the support, all the love that I've been getting. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for the next time. And until the next time, peace out.